AITA for refusing to cook dinner. AITA. The last few times I have cooked dinner, my husband has had a negative comment to say about it. I like to think I'm an excellent cook and my kids always tell me I'm the best cook. He, however, seems to not be a fan of any of my cooking. He even told me if I always say I like your cooking, you won't believe me. Tonight I made ribs complete with a homemade barbecue sauce, and of course he had to let me know. He wasn't a fan. So now I'm refusing to cook dinner anymore and have told him he's head chef in charge. It's very discouraging because he can't even tell me one compliment when I do cook. It's always just something negative. I had already talked to him about it the other day, about how the negative comments hurt my feelings, and I'm not a restaurant accepting reviews, so just keep it to himself. AITA for refusing to let my friend's service dog into my house because I'm allergic. I have a pretty severe dog allergy, and I recently invited a small group of friends over for a game night. One of my friends has a service dog for his anxiety, which I totally respect. But I told him beforehand that I can't be around dogs because of my allergies. He said it wouldn't be an issue because I could just take allergy meds and keep windows open. I tried to explain that even with meds, I'd still be uncomfortable, and honestly, I don't want a dog in my house for hours. He said I was being ableist and not considering his needs, even though I feel like I'm the one who would physically suffer. The rest of the group is split. Some say I'm being unfair to him, others think it's reasonable because it's my house and my health. Now I'm second-guessing myself. AITA for refusing to let the service dog in? AITA guy I'm selling phones to wants to return them because his buyer backed out yesterday around 8 p.m. I sold 2 used phones to this guy my mom knows. Transaction went smooth, he saw the phones, inspected them, and left happy. Today, he's blowing up my mom's phone, saying he tried to sell them to someone else, but they backed out because one of the phones has a crack in the back, barely noticeable. So, my mom gives him my number, and he calls me up, explaining that he can't resell them and asking, what are we going to do about it? I told him pretty much, nothing. My business was with him, not whoever he's selling the phone to. He saw the phones, had pictures, and kept them overnight. He knew what he was buying. Now he's asking to return them because one is broken. I told him I'm not taking them back. These are used phones, this isn't a retail transaction with a 30-day return policy. He's upset, but I'm sticking to my word. Found my BF's Reddit. On his phone I went to his Reddit. He has made no comments, no posts, nothing. It looked seemingly empty at first. Then on the left sidebar I clicked and it said recently active communities. And he was only active 3 communities, one being boy pussy. I don't know what to do. He's never done or said anything to make me think he could like men. He does have a problem with masculinity though and feels like he needs to be very masculine. Advice? Edit, he told me a few days ago I can go through his phone whenever I want even if I'm sleeping. Edit 2, he established a boundary that we have recently talked about, that neither of us are to watch porn. He considers it cheating. What do I do? Do I talk to him about it? How do I break up with my boyfriend if 3 years I, 19F, and my boyfriend, 18M, have been together for 3 years? We haven't had any big problems or fights, but he does not provide anything for me. He has no job, no car, and didn't graduate high school. I am beginning a medical program for my bachelor's degree and make pretty decent money. But all of it goes toward gas to take him places or food that I have to buy him. He recently tagged along for a family vacation where I paid $700 on him. He never spent a dime on me. He's never taken me out for a date and I am just tired of waiting around for him to change. I just feel bad because we have no problems. We always have a good time together and have never had a fight about our relationship. I am starting to think that I should just call the relationship off. What should I do? I accidentally grabbed my friend's B*OBSI 14M, was hanging out with my friend, 15F, she has always been the touchy type, always grabbing people, hanging onto them, etc. About 2 weekends ago I was hanging out with her and she kept grabbing me and hugging me from the behind and having her arms around my neck like hanging from it. I told her to stop multiple times and when she didn't stop holding onto me I tried to grab her shoulder to push her off and I accidentally grabbed her B*OBS. She began yelling at me on how that was S***zol harassment, etc. She then became distant and didn't talk to me. She also told everyone a completely different story on how I purposely grabbed her when she was doing nothing, and I have a few of my friends believe me and some others think I'm in the wrong and etc. Is there anything I should do? I am now married and engaged. Face with tears of joy. We are both 34 years old, both still married to our ex-partners, both separate for some time, but I could not be any more over the moon. We had been together for 6 months when I found out I had bowel cancer, and she's been by my side since after surgery and chemotherapy. We are so identical it's ridiculous, well, minus the cancer. She makes so much effort, it's honestly incomprehensible. We've now been together 12 months and she dragged me into the bush to drop to one knee yesterday with a picnic marquee, and I could not be happier. As a guy, it's not very often this it happens. I feel like the most special guy in the whole world. I would absolutely give my life for this woman, time and time again. Smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts. I went to upload a pic with this post but could not. I fully found out what my brother did. I'm in my 20s, my brother's in his 30s. Currently he's serving a near-decade sentence in prison. I knew it was for Zool reasons, and I knew the victims were underage. I didn't read the full articles of what he did for my own personal reasons. I finally read it today. I can't get it out of my head. I can't even imagine what his victims are going through. I don't know why he did it. My brother has been an addict since his teen years. He's lived with my mother on and off. I didn't even know he was an addict until I was in my early teens. I keep thinking, he lived with us when I was around the same age as the victim. Could he have done the same thing to me? I can't believe I'm related to him. My mother still defends him. All I feel is shame and embarrassment knowing I'm related to him. I got a Christmas present for my parents. My dad said that was the worst gift possible, so I, 18F, got my parents a $200 gift card to a really nice steakhouse that I thought they would want to try. It's enough to get them appetizers, entrees, and dessert. I was really excited because I haven't been able to spoil my parents with big gifts before. I had this conversation with my dad. He was talking about Christmas gifts and said that gift cards were the worst gift possible because they are unimaginative. I asked him, what about gift cards to restaurants? And he said that was even worse because he's gotten that before and they sit in his wallet and he never uses them. I feel awful, and I obviously can't return the gift card. Do you think it will still be okay? I never told him that's what I got him, but I'm super disappointed. What should I do? I hate cast iron pans. I don't understand them. Why the F*** would anyone want a pan that you can't run through the dishwasher, and if you look at it funny it'll start rusting? What could the appeal possibly be? But the seasoning. The seasoning, girl, you mean grease? Every cast iron pan I've seen is greasy as F*** to the touch all over. Who would have thought that when you can't wash a pan normally it's greasy as F***? How do you cook with a clear conscience knowing you're cooking on a greasy ass pan? It's good to get this off my chest. I feel like I'm alone in this, and I really shouldn't be because my opinion is the correct one. Edit. Okay, these comments have been very enlightening. I still refuse to own a cast iron pan because if I get on someone's nerves too much it would make a very nice M** writer weapon, and I wouldn't want to go out that way.